Have you ever watched a film that left you questioning your beliefs and understanding of history? Minsa'y, Isang Gamu-Gamo is one such movie, a powerful and unforgettable masterpiece that doesn't just entertain, but challenges its audience to confront the harsh realities of colonialism and the so-called American dream. Hi guys, I'm Christine Faith Serino, and today we're going to do a movie critic on the classic film Minsa'y, Isang Gamu-Gamo, which was released in 1967 and directed by Miss Lupita A. Kashiwahara. The movie follows the story of Corazon de la Cruz na pinagbibidahan ni Nora Honor, a young Filipino nurse who dreams of moving to America for a better future. However, her plans change when her younger brother, Carlito, is tragically killed by an American soldier for trespassing near a U.S. military base. This event makes Corazon question the American dream and the colonial mindset present in Filipino society. Additionally, as Corazon and her family fight for justice, they realize how powerless they are in their own country. This film exposes the harsh reality that even after the Philippine-Japanese War, Filipinos were still treated as second-class citizens sa mga Amerikano na tumulong sa kanila na magpalayas ng mga Japanese dito sa Pilipinas. One of the most powerful lines in the film is when Bonifacio Santos, boyfriend ni Corazon de la Cruz, says, "Imagine, we're in our own country, but they still have the upper hand." This perfectly captures the struggle of Filipinos who were supposed to be free, but still lived under American control. The film not only tells a family story, but also reflects the history of American colonial rule in the Philippines. Sa book ni Stuart Creighton Miller nga Benevolent Assimilation, The American Conquest of the Philippines, nga gipublish niya to noong 1982, gi-explain niya dito how even after the war, the US still controlled the country, especially its military presence. This is shown in Minsa'y, Isang Gamu-Gamo, where American soldiers hold power over the lives of Filipinos. Miss Lupita A. Kashiwahara did a great job directing this film. She skillfully connects personal pain with larger social issues. The actors give strong and heartfelt performances that make the story feel real. Miss Lupita shows how difficult life was for Filipinos, both on a personal level and as a nation still influenced by its colonial past. She balances Corazon's personal life with the bigger picture of U.S. imperialism without exaggerating the events. Nora Honor shines in her role as Corazon. Her acting gives me goosebumps because it's both strong and emotional, especially in scenes where she faced the injustice done to her family. The title Minsa'y, Isang Gamu-Gamo symbolizes Filipinos chasing the American dream, much like a moth drawn to a flame. It reflects the false hope that America offers, which often leads to disappointment or harm. Corazon's story shows this reality. She dreams of a better life in the US, but after her brother's death, she realized the harsh reality of American oppression. The title is a metaphor for the dangers of blindly following foreign ideals and the need for Filipinos to find strength within their own country. So this movie is rich in themes such as the economic exploitation and labor oppression, which is in the book of Renato Constantino na Neo-Colonial Identity and Counter-Consciousness na gipublish niya noong 1978, explains that American policies shaped the Philippine economy to benefit the US instead of helping Filipinos to become independent. Many Filipino workers, such as farmers, laborers, and professionals, were paid much less than Americans, which made the gap between the rich and poor even bigger. This idea is reflected in Curzon's dream of working in the US. She believes that going abroad will free her from poverty. However, as the movie unfolds, she realizes that true justice is not about leaving her country, but about standing up against the unfair system that keeps Filipinos struggling. Number two is the colonial oppression, where Filipinos were still treated unfairly by Americans, as seen in Carlito's death and the lack of justice. Which is, maoto ang ingon sa Amerikano nga ni Baril kay Carlito nga, abi daw niya nga baboy ramo si Carlito, mao nabaril niya. Number 3 is the illusion of freedom. Corazon dreams of a better life in America, but in reality, Filipinos were not truly free. Kay abi man nila pag mo adto sila sa America para dito magtrabaho is free na sila and sila kabalong nga ma-discriminate dahil gyapon sila dito. Number 4 is social inequality. Even among Filipinos, there was discrimination. Bonifacio's mother is humiliated not by an American, but by a fellow Filipino working for them. This shows how colonialism divided our people. Katumang nahitabo ato is gi-accuse ang mama ni ni Bonifacio nga nangawat daw og PX goods, which is kato siya nga kuan goods is gikanto siya sa iyang tindahan kay before siya ni trabaho dito sa Clark is kanang nano siya PX stores. So, wala man to nito utong Filipino guard. So, iya tong gipa saka sa babaw ang mama ni Bonifacio og iyang gikapkapan para daw makasiguro siya. Tapos kung wala na siya makapkap is iya siyang gihubuan, which is mali kay to siya nga binuhatan. And dili pa jud dito nag-end kay iha pa jud nang gipakaulawan kanang gikuha daw to iyang underwear and giwagayway dito sa gawas and dito nagkatawa ang mga American nga nagtan-aw ato kay mao pud sila nakabalo ato kay gitawag man po sila ato tong Filipino guard moto. The most heartbreaking moment comes when Corazon, filled with rage and grief, shouts, "My brother is not a pig." This line symbolizes how Filipinos were dehumanized, treated as their lives did not matter. Another powerful moment is when Tatang, Corazon's grandfather, says, "Itulad na lamang ang ating sarili sa mga pipe." This reflects the helplessness that many Filipino felt. They knew that even if they spoke up, their voices wouldn't be heard because the system favored the Americans. Minsa'y, Isang Gamu-Gamo remains relevant today, especially in discussions about colonial mentality, foreign military presence, and social justice in the Philippines. Number 1 is the U.S. military presence in the Philippines. Just like in the film, where U.S. soldiers had power over Filipinos, the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, which is EDCA, and the continued presence of U.S. troops in the country sparks debates about sovereignty and national security. Recent military agreements between the Philippines and the U.S. raise concerns about whether this partnership truly benefit Filipinos or make the country dependent on foreign powers. Number 2 is the OFW struggles and the American dream. Corazon dreamed of working in the U.S., believing it would give her a better life. Today, many overseas Filipino workers still leave their families behind for jobs abroad, hoping for financial stability. However, like Corazon, many face discrimination, exploitation, and broken dreams, highlighting the ongoing struggle of Filipinos seeking opportunities overseas. Number 3 is justice system and inequality. The film shows how Corazon's family failed to get justice for her brother's murder by an American soldier. This reflects modern cases where powerful figures escape accountability, while ordinary Filipinos struggle to get justice. Issues like extrajudicial killings, human rights violation, and corruption continue to expose the weaknesses of the Philippine justice system. Number 4 is the colonial mentality and Filipino identity. Many Filipinos still admire foreign culture and products over their own. Similar to Corazon's initial belief that America was the key to a better life. This reflects ongoing colonial mentality where Western influence dominates education, entertainment, and even beauty standards. The film encourages Filipinos to value their own identity and fight for true independence. Minsa'y, Isang Gamu-Gamo is more than just a film. It's a wake-up call. It reminds us of the long-lasting effects of colonialism and the need for Filipinos to stand up for their rights. The film challenges us to reflect, have we truly gained independence, or are we still living in the shadows of foreign influence? To sum up, Minsa'y, Isang Gamu-Gamo is a powerful look at the struggles Filipinos face after the war. It highlights the lasting effect of American control and the fight for justice. With strong acting, a compelling story, and a deep exploration of Philippine society, the film reminds us that true freedom and justice were still not fully achieved after the war. The movie calls on Filipinos to realize that while the country may have been formally independent, the fight for true sovereignty and equality continues. And that's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.